Welcome to Mystic Musings with Tobie Hewitt. I'm Tobie Hewitt, and I'm your guide through time and space and all points in between. Mystic Musings will give you insight into who you are, why you are here, how to live an authentic life, and where you fit into the universe around you. Join me on this path of mystical exploration. Welcome to episode 9 of Mystic Musings with Tobie Hewitt. This week we will discuss the concept of cleansing your living space as we continue our mystic journey. Now, this is a requested topic, and I want to point out to anyone listening that you are free to request topics, and I would be happy to do an episode on them. You can leave a message at TobieHewitt.com, and I will be able to get that from the contact page, and I will respond to you. This is a requested topic, as I said. People have been asking me for ways of cleansing their living space of negative energies, and so here is the answer to how to cleanse your space. Why is it important to cleanse where you live or even yourself? Well, in our lives, we sometimes have unwelcome guests come near us. We have people whose vibrations come towards us, and the vibrations are not always 100% positive. And sometimes we have negative energies from other vibrational planes come in, from the lower planes, come in, and we just need to get ourselves centered in positivity and light, and to remove these negative energies from our being in our space. I sometimes call these negative energies the stickies, and so these sticky things that attach themselves to us and to our space can be removed easily. There's other ways, salt baths, etc. But doing a cleansing using sage, or Palo Santo, which is a resin stick, is a very easy and practical way of getting rid of these negative energies. It opens up the space for positive energy, and it just feels good to have all this positive energy flowing into the space where the negative was. Saging, also known as smudging, has been done for thousands of years to promote a peaceful and protected environment. It is used primarily to release negative energies, but it is also done when you move into a new space as a periodic cleansing, as a personal cleansing by eliminating that negativity that might be clinging to us, and as part of healing or meditation. A lot of healers use it as the beginning of a healing session with a client. Now, what do you need? You need a sage stick or Palo Santo, which is a resin stick. And these are lit during the process. And you need a dish or a large shell to catch the ashes. It should be something that you can comfortably hold in one hand with the smudge stick. It takes a little bit of practice being able to hold both at the same time. You need to use a feather. Have a feather to waft the smoke into the corners, or you can just use your hand, whichever is more convenient for you. You should have a white candle, which increases the vibration of the space being cleansed and fills the space with positive energy. Again, a clear quartz crystal will do the same thing. It increases the vibration of the space being cleansed. You will need sea or Himalayan salt. These keep negative energies from re-entering the living space. You need a bell to disperse negative energies. And you would like, something that I believe Nicoma mentioned to me this week was rose water spray would also help to seal off and close the smudging ritual by leaving not only a nice fragrance behind, but the scent of roses also is a positive one and dispels negativity. Now, how do you start doing this? You should find a place sort of in the center of the space that you are going to smudge or sage. And can be a little table or a counter or whatever, but it should be approximately in the center of the space. Light the candle and place the quartz crystal, bell, and salt next to it. And also at this time, ask your spirit guide to help you perform this ritual. Take a few moments of centering yourself, of seeing yourself as a beacon of light, and that you are able to dispel these energies and know that this is the truth. And stay very calm for a few moments so that you feel surrounded by this light and protected. As you do this, especially when you go into a space and you know that you are, like I do sometimes, getting rid of a negative energy, a being that is in the space that is causing havoc. It's very important to make sure that you are grounded in the light. Okay, so you begin by opening all the doors and windows. Light the sage and blow on it gently so that it smokes. It may need to be relit during the cleansing, although usually that would not be the case. You just need to keep it smoking while you're doing this. Now, start by saging yourself and anyone else present. Just waft the smoke around yourself and around the people near you. And you could say something like, I release negativity and fill the space with light and love. I think it's helpful, rather than repeat something that somebody gives you as a mantra or incantation or whatever. I think it's more helpful for you to come up with something that you feel that you can create personally that addresses what you want to accomplish, and that provides you with a feeling of peace and protection. Now, visualize light emanating from the smoke and surrounding you and filling the space. Start at the front door, hold the lit sage and the shell or plate in one hand so that you catches any fire embers that might come off of the sage. And using the feather or your hand to brush the smoke where you want it to go, just gently waft it into whatever direction you want it to go in. Start moving clockwise around the house or the room or whatever you're doing, and make sure the sage smoke reaches into all the corners, high and low, in each room. Make sure to go into the basement and to the upper floors if these are accessible. You might need to go into, for example, if there's a very large walk-in closet, or at least open the closet door and make sure you waft the smoke into that area. While you do this, send out the positive energy and request that only the highest energies and whitest light spread throughout the space. You can use your mantra, your incantation, or you could say, let there be peace, let there be peace. When you get back to the front door, place the sage in the shell or plate after tamping it out, and place it next to the candle and crystal. Do not wet the sage. This will ruin your sage stick and you'll never be able to use it again. But just keep tamping out the smoldering stick and it will go out. And just make sure it's out before you pack up to leave or end the ritual. Take out the bell and go around the house again, ringing, and go around, everything is done clockwise, and ring the bell in each corner as you did with the sage smoke. When you get back to the front door, return the bell to the same space as the candle and other tools, and take the salt. And again, starting at the front door, sprinkle a few grains of the salt across the threshold and in every windowsill. This protects this creates a barrier because these negative energies do not like crossing back into the house. So you're basically sealing the house with positive energy. After you finish with the salt, take the rose water spray and spray in each corner and around the perimeter, inside the perimeter. When you are done, return to the table with the candle and other tools, and again ask that the space be filled with light and love. And thank Spirit for helping with the cleansing. Now, we don't blow out candles. We snuff them out. So you can either have a candle snuffer with you, or you can place a cup over that, or you just do not blow out the candle. Again, make sure that you've thanked Spirit for helping, and also try to feel at this point in time, take a few moments, especially yourself and with others that are in the room, to take a deep cleansing breath and realize that you are now in a space of purity. You are in a space of light and love. So what is this week's exercise going to be, you may ask? Well, obviously, it's doing a cleansing. If you need supplies, you can go to your local New Age store, and they have sage sticks. You could probably order them online, and the Palo Santo also. So you can get your supplies online. You can use any little bell that you like. My bell happens to be a Tinker Bell. Really, honestly, I bought it a long time ago, and it has a little fairy on the top of it. So the supplies aren't hard to get, and you should just pull them together, focus on what you're going to do, and then this week's exercise is to do a cleansing of yourself and your space. Now, interestingly enough, I had announced, and you can look back, you can go back and listen, that we were going to do talk about house cleansing this week. And I found it very interesting. After I had uploaded the last episode, I found it interesting that I actually got a request almost immediately to do a house cleansing. And I don't do them that often. It doesn't come up that often. But these are friends of mine, acquaintances, and the woman has something going on in her house that is she could feel it of a negative energy, and they asked me to come and to cleanse the house for them. So that's what I will be doing this weekend on Sunday, and I just thought that was an interesting synchronistic moment. So next week, join me for episode 10, when we will look at the concept of synchronicity as we continue our mystic journey. Thanks for listening to this episode of Mystic Musings. Please join me every week to continue our exploration of all things mystical that can help you have a more practical and magical life. Please visit my website, TobieHewitt.com, for more information and to read my blog postings. And join me also at pathwaystomindfulness.org to learn how you can schedule a presentation. I'm available for mindfulness training, demonstrations of psychic abilities, and individual readings. I also have a number of books on mystical topics on Amazon.com. I look forward to hearing from you and answering your questions. Please contact me through TobieHewitt.com.